Your blueberries are silently killing you? That sounds like another fear-mongering, right? What if they're actually doing more harm than good? And I went into the scientific evidence, and what I found was crazy. It was shocking, actually. Everyone calls them the ultimate superfood for heart health, for your brain power, with antioxidants. But hold on, latest studies just coming out flip that script completely upside down. These anthocyanins, yes, they are in blueberries, those powerhouses everyone is talking about. The compounds in blueberries, which slash the heart attack risk down in massive population data, but in observational data, randomized control trials can back it up. Daily blueberries, yes, they do boost blood flow, mediated dilation by over 1% in healthy folks. And older adults also improving actually blood vessel flexibility like natural tune-up. And that is beautiful when your blood vessels are more flexible, right? It of course lowers cardiovascular risk and so on. But hold on, and especially stick until the very end, because I want to tell you exactly how you can turn a potential poison into a superfood, what to look out for, what is the bad ones, what is the good ones. So, for example, wild varieties, wild blueberries, which literally everyone is talking about, shine even brighter in the data, right? But stick with me, guys. I want to tell you exactly, because if you do not understand the differences, even for the wild blueberries, you might get skewed. So one double-blind randomized control trial in seniors showed a better episodic memory and task switching after just weeks of eating blueberries, plus a drop in 24 hours systolic blood pressure. All of these things sound really amazing, right? Then also add selective gut boosts like more bifidobacterium, which is of course a very beneficial bacteria in your microbiome if you are on an all foods diet, and suddenly blueberries look like a longevity gold, right? And that is why everyone is talking about. But here's the twist nobody is really talking about, and that is what really makes me wonder. When researchers zoom out on the real world mortality actually, right, the magic is fading away. Adjusted analysis across thousands show no solid drop at all in cardiovascular deaths from eating more blueberries while controlling for all the other variables. The benefits vanish once you control for overall diet and lifestyle as well. Observational data is very useless if you're asking me, or if you're asking any scientist out there, right? You need randomized control trials. And meta-analysis actually confirms that. Vascular wins, yes, but blood pressure and cognitive perks, not at all. Spotty at best in healthy people, stronger only at risk groups. So why is that? And I want to tell you exactly the quick bullet point checklist to follow if you want the good stuff, which actually, yes, it can give you some benefits. I'm not here to just bash blueberries. I mean, why would I go and buy a full bag of here from the Bavarian forest if I would hate on them? No. So bioavailability is very low on these anthocyanins, right? Most anthocyanins get metabolized very, very fast, and whole fruit effects don't always match in isolated compounds. Well, worse, conventional blueberries, and that what I was showing you was wild blueberries from the forest, conventional blueberries high on the dirty dozen actually, because you are eating the outside with it, and conventional blueberries are heavily sprayed. In fact, and now, sit down for this news, because that is crazy. Up to 17 pesticides residues per sample, including systematic ones like acetamipride or so, I even have problems pronouncing it, that soak into the flesh, impossible to wash away completely. So even if you buy them and even if you wash them correctly, you will always have up to 17 different pesticides in them. I personally would never consume cultured blueberries, because even if you wash them the best way possible, you still have the contaminants. It's unfortunate. Our grandparents were not exposed to that kind of stuff. Studies flag organophosphates linked to nervous system risks, especially in kids, and some mycotoxins, which is mold literally, from storage. And that is crazy. The overhype of blueberries is meeting hidden contaminants, turning your healthy stack into a sneaky exposure trap. Even wild blueberries can contain pesticides or harmful things, especially when you buy these big brands from Canada and stuff. Yes, there is pesticides residual sometimes. So be very careful about what you are buying. And now, of course, the most important question is, how do you snack the real benefits without the baggage? And I want to give you this very short to follow bullet bullet-point checklist. Number one, go wild or organic, because this is the best it can get. And even organic ones will have pesticides, but they have organic pesticides. But you are already moving closer to a clean product. And that is what it's about, because then you go into the second step. By reducing the pesticides, reducing the harmful compounds with wild blueberries, you are basically 3xing the anthocyanins compared to the cultivated ones. So this spread already gets bigger. Then buy frozen if fresh is too pricey. Frozen is beautiful. They shock frosted after collecting, and that actually can make it even better. They lock in the goods and then wash them smart. So if you have fresh, perfect. If you have frozen, defrost. And then, very important, wash them to further reduce the contaminants, right? Soak in 1 to 3 vinegar water mix or baking soda solution for 5 to 10 minutes. In fact, I personally prefer to have it first soaked in baking soda and then in vinegar, and then rinse it off, and then you really did everything. Rinse it thoroughly under cold running water and then pat it dry. And finally, aim for 1 cup daily if you did all of these things, and yes, then you get the benefits and very minimal of the downsides. If you're already in the plant universe eating plant foods, you might as well be very strict about it, because what we get right now in the supermarkets, it's not the same thing our grandparents were collecting in the forests back in the days. Ladies and gentlemen, share this video with your friends, and we will see each other very soon at the next one for MMHealth. And as always, guys, watch this video and subscribe to the channel. Bye.